In the heart of the endless savanna, where the golden grass sways like a restless ocean under the wind, a silent drama begins to unfold. Today, a lioness will make a choice that defies expectation. She has always stood by the side of a young male, her longtime partner. But now, before the eyes of the pride, she turns her attention toward an older, battle-worn male. Why? What drives a queen of the grasslands to abandon loyalty for a rival? And how will this choice ripple through the fragile balance of power within the pride? Her name is Saba. For moons, she has shared the life of a young but injured male called Thuong Bat. He is fierce, yet still healing, and his bond with Saba was once unshakable. But this morning, the scent of tension rides the wind, and another male, Nong Jia, steps forward, his mane darker, his frame heavier, his gaze fixed on Saba with the determination of a king who will not be denied. Around them, the warriors of the pride move like shadowed sentinels, their every step an unspoken challenge. Two outsider males linger on the horizon, testing the patience of the resident kings. The air hums with the threat of violence. For Saba, this is not simply a matter of affection. In the wild, every choice a lioness makes is written in the language of survival. The next generation depends on strength, on strategy, and on the subtle games played between males and females. But today, her choice may ignite more than desire. It may spark a battle that will leave scars on every member of the pride. This is not just a story of lions. It is a story of love sharpened into strategy, of power disguised as intimacy, and of the eternal law of the savanna that survival belongs to the cunning as much as to the strong. And as the sun climbs over the horizon, the first move in this dangerous game has already been made. Morning in the savanna is never truly peaceful. The night's chill still clings to the air, but the pride's uneasy energy crackles like static. Nong Jia has not wasted time. His mane bristles in dominance as he steps between Saba and Thuong Bat. The message is clear. She is under his protection now. Thuong Bat lowers his head, lips curling back in a silent snarl. Every step he takes towards Saba is blocked, not by teeth alone, but by the sheer presence of his rival. Nong Jia's body language speaks the unspoken law. Here, power is claimed through control, not kindness. A sudden movement in the tall grass distracts them. Impalas. The pride moves instinctively, muscles rippling under tawny coats. But the hunt falters. Nongjia's focus is split between food and his new claim. Thuong Bat is too preoccupied with keeping close to Saba. The impalas vanish into the distance. For lions, a failed hunt is more than an empty stomach. Every missed opportunity weakens the pride's position against rivals and scavengers. Males that cannot provide or protect lose their claim to both territory and mates. As the sun rises higher, the failure sours the air. In the wild, hunger is not just a sensation, it is the beginning of desperation. By midday, the pride has retreated into the shade of an acacia tree. Lionesses lounge together, tails flicking lazily against the buzz of relentless flies. But beneath the calm lies a shifting web of alliances. Saba rests close to Nongjia, their flanks brushing in a show of new intimacy. Thuong Bat watches from a distance, each moment deepening the rift between them. Lion society is not built on blind loyalty. It is built on survival calculus. Females choose partners, not just for strength, but for the promise of security for their cubs. Among the cubs, tumbling in the dust, a few are barely old enough to wander. They chase one another, pounce, and roll, practicing skills that will one day decide life or death. One cub, the smallest, ventures too close to the shade where Nongjia lies. He lets the youngster pass, unharmed. A choice that speaks volumes. Males who accept cubs may not know whether they fathered them, but aggression toward the young is a quick way to lose the female's trust. Lions are one of the few cats that live in structured groups. Within a pride, survival depends as much on cooperation as it does on the ferocity of the hunt. As the afternoon heat thickens, a shadow of loss passes over the pride. One cub has not returned from the morning's failed hunt. Silence falls. The mother's heads lift, scanning the horizon, ears twitching at every distant rustle. Loss in the wild leaves no time for mourning, only for vigilance. The evening wind carries a scent that hardens every muscle in the pride. Hyenas, their cackling calls echo like cruel laughter through the grasslands. Drawn by the pride's hunger, they approach in numbers, testing the boundaries. Thuong Bat sees his moment. The tension with Nongjia will have to wait. Together, the two males move as one, a rare temporary alliance forged in necessity. They charge, manes whipping in the wind, roars ripping through the dusk. Hyenas scatter, their laughter turning to sharp, panicked yelps. But one hyena is too slow. Thuong Bat reaches it first, jaws closing over its throat in a burst of dust and blood. The pride roars approval. Even Saba, from her perch in the tall grass, watches with renewed attention. For male lions, moments of unity are fleeting, but victories against common enemies can reset the balance of power, if only for a night. The hyenas retreat, and the savanna exhales, but beneath the glow of the setting sun, Nongjia and Thuong Bat lock eyes again. The truce is over. The night passes in restless silence. At dawn, the scars of the previous day's conflicts are visible. Nongjia bears a fresh wound along his flank, a reminder of the constant price of dominance. Thuong Bat, too, limps from an earlier fight, his movements stiff but determined. The pride's hierarchy remains unsettled. Saba shifts between the two males, a gesture that could be strategy, or indecision, or both. For her, the stakes are higher than any male's ego. In the next season, cubs will be born, and only the strongest protector will ensure their survival. In the golden light of morning, Thuong Bat follows Saba into the trees. Nongjia rises, slow but deliberate, and intercepts. Their faces are inches apart. No roar, no strike, only the quiet promise of another battle. Days later, the pride gathers beneath the same acacia tree where the drama began. The cubs play in the dust. The lionesses watch the horizon, and the males stand guard. Still rivals, yet bound by the invisible threads of shared survival. In the wild, every choice ripples through the fabric of life. Saba's decision to stand beside a different male was not betrayal. It was instinct. Instinct sharpened by generations of survival in a land that spares no weakness. Here, love is a negotiation. Power is a currency, and the future belongs to those who can adapt. And as the wind sweeps across the endless grass, carrying the scent of rain and the whisper of coming storms, the pride waits, ready to face whatever the Savanna decides to bring next. Because in the eternal dance of life and death, there are no villains, no heroes, only survivors.